Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Light Sage Intuitive. Come on in, have a seat, let's talk. What's been going on with you in your world? I'm going to be doing a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. If you find that it doesn't, you can check out one of the videos for your other planetary placements. There may be a message for you there. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever it is that you feel drawn to this message to watch this video, that's when it's intended for you. And time is fluid, so this could have happened, be happening now, or happen in the future. And energy, one last thing. Energy is interchangeable. We all have aspects of the masculine and the feminine within us, and we exhibit one more strongly than the other at any given time. So if I'm talking about a woman and you're a man, but the message resonates for you, that message is intended for you. Also cross-watchers. So if you're watching this for someone else, and the message resonates for you, but I'm talking about them, that message is intended for you. It's how this message resonates for you. It's a personal relationship with it. So I'm going to do a general reading. I'm not going to ask anything specific. I'm just going to look at where you've been, the energies surrounding your past, your current energies, what's going on right now, and the potential outcome or potential energies of the future. So, sorry, I got out of breath. All right, so Capricorn. Oh, if this message does resonate for you, if you would like, share, subscribe, or hit the bell if you want to be notified for future uploads, I would really appreciate that. And I also welcome any feedback or comments that you might have. Okay, so Capricorn. Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. What messages do you have for Capricorn Spirit? Let's take a look at what you've been going through, what's been going on in your life, what you've been working through, what's going on right now, and what path you could be headed down. Okay, one more. Okay. Capricorn, let's take a look at your past, what you've been going through. Oops. What you've been going through and what it is that... You know what, I'm going to take that because I feel like there's a reason that that was in there. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. What you've been going through, what you've been working on, what we need to look at in order to understand where you are right now. Wow, okay, the Hanged Man. Excuse me. So you have been in a period of just introspection. You've chosen, it's not that, I mean, we've all kind of been forced into that at this particular time in life right now, but you've chosen to go within, to really, really look at yourself and take stock of your life, of your values and your ideologies, the way you're living, how your life is compared to how you thought it should have been versus how you want it to be. This is a period of deep work on yourself. This is the card of, is that Pisces or Aquarius? I'm not sure. I do tell you the signs of the cards just because I'm one of those people who likes to know. It could be the energy, it could be your sign, could be your person's sign, whoever it is that resonates for you with. Could just be a planetary placement you have in your chart or they have in their chart, or just the energy that they're in, that they're feeling, or surrounding that particular situation. So if the sign doesn't resonate for you, but the message does, the message is intended for you. And if the sign resonates, all the better. All right, so some more about your past, Capricorn. Way too many cards. All right. Ace of Pentacles. So this has brought you to a new beginning for stability and growth. Temptation. Okay. You know, I'm not going to judge. Life happens. Life happens. You did a lot of soul searching. You went in deep. You really evaluated your life and where you are and what you want out of life. And you made some realizations. The Ace of Pentacles, you planted a seed for something new. But right now, you have temptation, which is the Devil card. And that is being trapped or imprisoned by your own perceptions of things, your own human limitations, things that you maybe don't understand, or maybe that you've always looked at a certain way, but it is time to let it go and look at it in a different way. This can actually be like addiction, alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever it is. It can be being tempted by another. But it is something about how you felt the need to change and how you felt the need to grow has brought this temptation into your life, or the realization of this temptation. You know, perhaps you're becoming aware of it. Let's see. What do we have for your current situation? Or perhaps you became aware of it. Or you were tempted, but I mean, you do have temptation in your past. Let's see where we are right now. Two of Swords, Nine of Swords, and Six of Swords. Wow, a lot of mental air energy to see for you, Capricorn, since you're an earth sign. Either you have a lot of air in your chart, or you're dealing with someone who has a lot of air in their chart, or you have just really been in your head. And it's not always a bad thing. I mean, clearly you have been in your head, because you wouldn't have been doing that self-evaluation otherwise. But Two of Swords is a need for balance. It's a need for truth, working together on an idea or an ideal. Nine of Swords is it's a difficult card. This is the person who has had maybe, and it was in making this choice, but has had lots and lots of sleepless nights, horrible thoughts going through their head, just feeling distraught, really struggling with all these thoughts, these decisions, these ideas, these ideals. But what if this, but what if that, but just get out of your head. However, you are coming to the end of that cycle. You are at the end. You realize that there are truths in there, but that you have just thought this matter to death, like so much so that you don't even know what meaning it holds for you anymore. But you are getting clarity. It is here. You are at the end of this cycle, and you're about to release these swords and emerge with that truth. You also have the Six of Swords, which is I feel like this is beginning a journey for me. I feel like, I don't know if it's this deck and this particular card, or if that's just how this card resonates for me. But it's a journey. This is a card of beginning a spiritual journey, I feel like. Following a spiritual truth, or a truth, one of those higher truths. This is also a card of moving away from difficult times, moving from turbulent, choppy, emotional waters to calmer waters ahead. I feel like this is a new pursuit as well. It could be travel, literally, like maybe, I don't know, maybe you're moving, maybe you have to travel for work. I don't know, but there could be travel involved. Could just be mental travel, exploring the world out there through the internet, or making connections and furthering your education, learning. Let's see what we have in your potential future energies. Four of Pentacles. This is a card of, wow, okay. This is a card of holding things close to your chest, not ready to, it's not a giving mentality. It's a, kind of being secretive, you have enough, you don't really want to share, or maybe it's not time yet to put something out there into the world. It's just kind of holding things together for the sake of stability and security. Wow. Okay. So at this current time, you need to hold things a little close to your chest for your security, for the stability of the situation. You also have the King of Cups coming in. That can be a man or a woman. The signs associated, I think this is actually the card of Scorpio, but water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be anyone who's incredibly emotional and creative. And sorry, I have a loose hair. It's tickling me. But someone coming in who is incredibly loving. Like, this is like if it's a romantic person, it's someone who's incredibly emotional and makes you feel loved, but they're not necessarily demonstrative in the I love you, I love you, I love you, here's flowers, but the way they touch you, the way they think about you, the way they remember the things that you've said, the way they push the hair back behind your ear or whatever it is. It's that kind of person. And they could be older than you. Don't have to be, maybe just an older soul. Um, but I'm looking at this card right now, and to me, I see a grandfather, a very loving, like, it's like Santa Claus in the summer. I don't know. Just someone very warm and kind and loving. It just makes you feel delightful, accepted, unconditional love. And you have the High Priestess. This is a card of Pisces. This is the spiritual mother. It's intuition, being, truths of the heart, truths of the spirit. It's intuition, it's messages, it's guidance, spiritual guidance on an emotional level. I don't I don't usually see this, but I feel like these two are a pair. Um, Something about this needs to be protected. But also pay attention to your dreams and the messages that come in. Something is going to be shared with you, a higher truth. I'm going to get some clarification. All right, what is this temptation? What have you been tempted by, Capricorn? What you been dabbling in, thinking about, focusing on, addicted to? What's the temptation in your past? The Hermit. Okay. The Hermit is about retreat. It's about going within. I don't know. I feel like either you went within to avoid temptation, or this temptation forced you to go within, or even it could be, however this resonates for you, your temptation is going within, shutting the world out. The Hermit it's not in reverse, but the Hermit is a card about, shutting the world out, isolating yourself in order to heal, to contemplate, to perhaps your temptation is that you have been doing that too much. Maybe you needed to step out of that. Not sure. You'll know how that resonates for you. The Two of Swords. What is this about? The Lovers. It's a decision between two people, I feel like, or how to make this move forward. This is Gemini. Not that it has to be, but that's what that is. This can just be two people coming together. And it could be, if that's the case, if it's not a decision between two people, it's just trying to find a balance in this relationship between the two parties in the relationship. Or it could be you having to make a decision between two people. The High Priestess. Again, yeah, you intuitively, before you knew, I feel like that's why you're at the 9, not quite at the 10, you are getting answers. You're getting an understanding, messages, dreams. I'm not sure how it's coming to you, or just your intuition, just an inner knowing, but you are getting clarity on this. This confusion is coming to an end. What about the Six of Swords here? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so like I said, I feel like this is moving towards something, towards a higher learning, towards a new ideal or aspiration, and you're going to work very hard on this, or you are working very hard on this, hard on making this move, hard on planning, making this move, or taking the steps that you need to do to perfect your craft so that you can do this successfully. Let's take a look here. Four of Pentacles. What is that for you, your potential outcome? Ten of Swords. I feel like you went from the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords. You have your truth, but it was hard. It was a really hard difficult time for you to get through this, to come to this truth and this clarity, to get to this position, to move out of this. And really now, as I look back on the Hermit card here and the secluding yourself and pulling within, I just feel like perhaps in the near future, this is like, for some reason, it's a mini version of the Hermit. And I feel like in order to heal, you are going to need to take a little bit of time. You are going to need to hold your cards close to your chest. You are going to need to kind of keep it to yourself for a little bit before you let it go. And that's okay. That's okay. It's important to heal. Let's see. What about the King of Water? What is this relationship between the King of Water and the High Priestess? Because I can't help but feel that that's what that is. King of Wands. It's passion. It's intense passion. And the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. All right. I mean, that's clearly you and another person. This is clearly you and another person. I feel like this is you. You're the King of Water and the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel like this person coming in is the High Priestess and the King of Wands. It's just what I'm feeling. So, person coming in could be Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this, if this is you, I mean, you're Capricorn. That's why you're watching this video. But, yeah, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could have a lot of those in your chart, or some of those in your chart in strong placements. But anyway, wow. So I'm going to leave that there. There's going to be a very powerful connection, a very, very powerful connection, intuitive, like a psychic connection almost with this person. It's going to be incredibly passionate, but it's also going to be very stable and emotional. It's going to have it all. Fire, water. You got plenty of air. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Oh, I feel like something, this is a message. I'm just going to leave it here. This is blossoming. It's blossoming. It's growing. You got to take that time to heal, but it's right here. It is right here in front of you. Right around the corner. But it's blossoming. Just let it grow. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I hope this helped, or if this resonated for you. If it did, I would love it if you'd like, share, or subscribe. And thank you so much for being here with me. I hope to see you again. Love and light.